It's a city where anything can happen. So what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted. The ripple effects of the pandemic can be felt throughout Southern California. But as we combat COVID-19, LA Unscripted offers you a daily break. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and as you can see, we are shooting safely at home. And since our city is really the star of this show, let us know where you'd like us to safely host LAU from next. Okay, let's get started. One-on-one, the Shark Tank Shark, with financial tips to help your business boom, even during tough times.
The entrepreneurial side of me, right away, my mind was spinning.
Kevin Harrington, look at you coming to me all the way from Florida. How has it been? How are you doing middle of the pandemic?
I haven't been traveling a lot. Last year I traveled a couple hundred days. This year, less than 10. So my life is different, but I've adjusted and I've pivoted to adjust to the COVID situation.
As someone who is so successful in their field, tell me why pivoting is so vital.
Take advantage of the opportunities as well as pivot if you're being hurt financially. If you had a restaurant and you're closed, maybe you've got to be doing catering, or maybe you have to move in a different direction. So I think every business owner has to look at the pivot that's required right now.
So there's sort of the silver lining in all of this if you pivot the right way. And again, going back to the advice you offer to your mentees, Mark Tim being one of them, you guys in recent months, years collaborated really closely and then put a book out, Mentor to Millions.
The book is all about mentoring, the process of it, how to get a mentor, how to be, I'll say this, the mentor's best student. If I sat down with Richard Branson and he didn't like me because I wasn't being a good mentee, you don't even say, go, get out of here, okay? So you have to respect your mentor's time and be a good student. As a mentor, you want to really get to know that mentee very well and be prepared, be as perceptive as possible.
How do you hold that relationship so that it's never this idea where you become competitive and then can't be a mentor-mentee relationship?
Right. If you become more successful than your mentor, then your mentor should be happy because he did a fabulous job.
Where can people find your book, Mentor to Millions?
It's real simple, Amazon.com.
Okay, so what do you do to live your best 2021? Get a green thumb? Well, during the pandemic, plants are a growing obsession, especially among millennials. Who knew?
No relationship's perfect, so even being upset at your plan is something real. My name is Andy Soch. I was born in Mexico City, and the last 11 years of my life I've been organizing out of Boyle Heights. A lot of customers are first-time plant parents, and I think it's very special to me that they chose to come here, not only support our business, but support a mission and vision of what we stand for, helping each other out, being resources for each other, and supporting each other on all fronts. I started doing the pop-ups last Christmas out of necessity, and it all happened so organically, but with devastating situations in between. My dad almost died like 3 times in the last year. That was always in the back of my mind, trying to figure out what to do and how I could merge my passions with a business so that I can help my father. And it's not until we're put up against a wall that you have no choice, that you just don't care, you don't feel anything. You just know you have to get things done. Thank God, I organized in my community, because I was able to find a room with someone that I knew. I was able to coordinate with different friends to help me take food to him. I feel supported, but at the same time, I support them too. It's a mutual, in a sense, mutual aid. There's cultural and class differences between plant parents, growing our own food, our own herbs, having a little piece of our own roots, right? Our country is so rich in culture that you can never compare that to $1,000 landscape. We're in one of the richest countries and one of the richest cities in the nation, and we're still dealing with the most toxic air. How can we help ourselves? If we all start thinking about how plants can be incorporated into our well-being in that level, we can change how we address everything. So bringing a little bit of nature into your home.
And did you know it's been proven that growing plants can have physical and mental benefits? So put down some roots. And more things worth watering coming up. What to do with your favorite concert tickets while you're singing in the shower home alone. Plus one local mom's smoothie solutions. Then the tattoo artist to the stars. And are you chicken? Inside LA's iconic restaurant with a local owner who refuses to give up. LA Unscripted, let's do this together. With safer at home orders and suggestions of 6 feet away, how do we get close and stay connected? Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. You know, connecting with my kids has always been a challenge as well, but one common ground, food. And for my daughter, smoothies. And who doesn't love smoothies? Well, one local mother decided to make blending her business. And in this mama mentality, her frozen smoothie cubes are making quite the stir everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a registered dietitian and mama with the mama mentality. Her name is Lisa Mostella. You are the creator of BUMPIN Blend.
So I was a registered dietitian working a 9-to-5 helping people be healthy. As a registered dietitian, I had used smoothies throughout my life to be healthy, to pack all my nutrients in. And when I was pregnant, I started to sort of hack my smoothies in a way that would treat certain symptoms. So if I ever had trouble sleeping or I was low energy or really moody and cranky, I would put certain ingredients into my smoothie that would help alleviate those symptoms. I turned my garage into like this smoothie science experiment lab, and I had hundreds of people over at my house pre-COVID days to taste test different recipes. It was just like this 6-month marathon and launched BUMPIN Blends. I want to make sure that every single customer feels like they know us personally.
Incredible moms at work. Say hi, ladies.
Hi.
We have our blends here, and this is cookie dough, by far our most popular flavor. And you literally just pour them into any blender, add liquid and blend. And it's made with chickpeas and oats and almonds, extremely healthy.
So I had a chance, Lisa, to make the Strawberry Superwoman, as I mentioned, my favorite, at home.
That's it. It's good to me. You want to try it? Here you go, baby. Ready, come close. Cheers.
It's a subscription-based product because our whole MO is making your life easier. We have 24 flavors, and we always have seasonal flavors too that pop in and out. You can just go to bumpinblends.com and click Get Started.
And Lisa, you didn't come empty-handed. What are you giving away today?
I am giving away one 7-blend bundle to a lucky viewer. It includes 7 packets of smoothies. You'll get to choose your own flavors, and you'll get your own 24/7 nutritionist.
If you are watching LA Unscripted and you want this 7-pack bundle from BUMPIN Blends, text BLENDS to 515151. Thank you so much, Lisa.
LA entrepreneurs, let LA Unscripted spread the word about your work. Now, Doug Kolk with the deets on who's making it happen in his neighborhood.
Okay, so 20 years of concerts, and what do I have to show for it? What's in here, what's in here, and what's in here? Well, now thanks to a new South Bay company, we can add to that list.
What time is it, brother?
Family? Yeah, that's my hard rockin' dad.
Boss!
Friends, the occasional total stranger, Rob Lowe, behind every stub. Bruce fist pounded me at this show, and it was all cut in the Jumbotron. Is an incredible story. He fist pounded me at this one too. Actually, I caught it on cell phone. We won tickets to this show. And a memory that's everlasting. My wife and I flew all the way to Philadelphia, and we were front row for Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. In most cases. This show, I don't remember. Which is what makes Stub Stories so appealing.
That's why we call the company Stub Stories Apparel, because every stub tells a story.
Jackie Balestra and Dawn McConaughey have found a way to capture those moments.
We started with t-shirts,
Yes.
and within like 3 days of ordering samples, she's like, we should do masks.
With a new company that celebrates the music.
That's such a great conversation starter. People come up to you, they'll, I've met several people that have actually been to the shows of the ticket I'm wearing.
By putting that old ticket stub to everyday use.
It's history, you know, so and these are collectibles.
With a portion of every sale benefiting local youth musicians.
For every item we sell, we're going to donate $1 to the South Bay Music Connection.
Kids who will one day be at the level of a Jack Tracy or a Charisse Ray. Both graciously showed off their Stub Stories apparel. When you have a stack of stubs at home, do you know how difficult it is to select the ones that are going to go on the shirts?
Yeah, yeah.
There's the sentimental shows, like My First Date with My Wife, Billy Joel at Hollywood Bowl 2014. This is all I have to show for it. But we made up for it years later by celebrating our engagement with Billy at New York's Madison Square Garden. There's the monumental concerts. This is one of Tom Petty's last shows before he died. Same with Chris Cornell. And what about the big name shows in small venues, like Metallica at the Fonda Theater, Aerosmith at the Whiskey, Billie Eilish at the Troubadour, or the Killers in North Park, San Diego. Not to mention the historic acts. And the shows we've traveled across country for. In the end, when it came to choosing my stub story,
You told me that your very first concert was Billy Joel and Elton John.
I went with a little nostalgia.
So we made you up a shirt and a
Wow.
mask from Doug's very first concert.
And a little something out of my family tree.
This is an actual ticket stub from Woodstock. Doug's father went to Woodstock and he still had the tickets.
My dad was the fool who paid to go to Woodstock.
Right, because after the first day it was free. And
You made him a mug.
we made him a mug.
Like it.
You know, it all starts with a dream, but you have to be willing to work for it. Like tattoo legend Mr. Cartoon, who inked his LA ambition into reality.
If you ain't got tatted by Cartoon, you ain't got no tat.
I'm Mr. Cartoon, and you're watching LA Reveal. When I look back and I'm thinking, you know, what impact did I make in LA, or what did I do here, you know? I probably contributed something to making tattooing high-end. When I got in, a lot of the tattooers, they weren't making what they deserved, man. I had been a professional artist already, so I knew what commercial projects paid, and tattooing was way harder than those jobs, and tattooing was 1/3 of the money. And I was like, man, if I do anything, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna give the artists in LA a raise. You know, growing up in LA, I've been inspired by so many different people, so many different ethnicities, and we all kind of borrow from each other. I take this experience and the tattoos and all the street culture, and that's the heaviest influence of my art. Hey, I might be doing something for, say, Vans or Levi's or some major company, but in my head, I'm a 16-year-old kid going down the 110 freeway reading graffiti on the wall, so I still keep that with me. You know, I grew up in the harbor area, and a lot of times you can get stuck down there your whole life and never even come to Hollywood or come to other places in LA. I was always the adventurous type. As a kid, I liked to do graffiti, and to do graffiti, you had to go to LA. So we would take the bus or we would jump in our bucket and drive down Western Avenue from Pedro all the way to Hollywood. And we go through 100 gang territories to get there. And that built me up as a creative. I have to have the cutting edge mind of a graffiti vandal and also that of a designer, a producer, grown folk stuff. So I'm in both worlds. When you do a documentary on your own life, it's really weird, man, because it's almost like therapy where you gotta go over the same things or things from your childhood or, cool moments, embarrassing moments. Everything gets brought up, because you wanna be honest and you wanna try to put as much out there as possible. My partner, Esteban Oriol, half of the documentary is about him as a photographer in LA, capturing this culture.
Everything cartoon did, Esteban was there.
Capturing the whole culture.
Lowrider culture, tattoo culture.
People are gonna try to explain LA culture. They're gonna do their best to explain it to the masses. So why not us? Why not us be in that position? And we'll say, we're gonna do it our way, out of our lens, out of our eyes, and doing it more for other homies, like other artists and other peers of mine. I'm kind of doing it for them, This whole studio I'm in, I seen it before it manifested. I sketched it 10 times. Here in Santa Monica, it's where Hollywood meets the water. We're in my private studio. I'm partners in a barbershop called Master Deluxe. We built this place to kind of be a one-on-one type of environment. This is where we make people's lives a little bit better, They walk in one way, they leave better. With a tattoo and a fresh fade. Being that I'm 51 years old, I'm not gonna be tattooing forever, you know what I mean? You're only as good as your last project. You've gotta stay on top. You've gotta be cutting edge. Your work's gotta be dope, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is SoCal culture. We're all in it to win it. Let's get it.
Well, let me know if you think I should get a tattoo. Of what? And where? All right, more SoCal faves on the way. Coming up inside DINO'S famous chicken, the LA staple taking home orders. Angelinos have been flocking to the legendary DINO'S chicken and burger since the 1960s. Now LA reveals the secret is in the red sauce.
He was the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. He sacrificed everything for his family. Any picture we have of him is with a DINO'S shirt on. This was his life, this was his legacy. We are at DINO'S Chicken and Burgers, LA, where we serve our DINO'S famous chicken. This is the original. My dad opened this restaurant in 1969 by himself, and we've been here ever since. When he opened this restaurant, he started fiddling around with some of the Latin flavors and the Greek flavors and developed this marinade. People have guessed, people have tried to recreate it, and it's just not the same. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he put his heart and soul into that recipe.
We are known for our charbroiled chicken on a bed of French fries with coleslaw and tortillas. It is healthy because it is charbroiled.
We are very lucky. We have a very loyal following. We have employees that have been working with us since 1969, 1970. That are still with us today. So it's kind of nice to have this familial experience with our customers, with our employees. Although he wanted something better for us, he never really wanted us in the restaurant business, and that's why he put us all through college. We all decided to come back when my dad
Was opening up our restaurant and he got attacked
by 2 people. They were trying to rob him.
We all got the phone calls. We were all in different parts of the world.
They stabbed him 10 times.
Unknown fact of my dad, he was a black belt in karate.
And then he fought them off
by using his black belt skills.
And then he got himself in his car and drove himself to the
paramedics down the street
to get first aid. And then he wanted to come back to work the next day.
Once he got stabbed, we were like, okay, this is our livelihood. So we took the initiative. I came back and I said, okay, where do we begin?
I think he'd be proud to know that we, as women, which he never thought we would do, actually came back and are helping to grow his legacy and bring it to the next level.
So we're definitely rebranding. We're definitely going to try to renovate. We're going to update our menu. We will increase some items that we have on our menu, and we are going to hopefully bring stuff to our customers that they will love. Dad passed away 3 years ago. And to this day, we still have customers coming up to us and saying, your dad was the best. He helped me. He saw me, didn't have money, and he fed me.